We at the gas station. Good morning. Happy, happy Wednesday. We at the gas station. I'm gonna turn the camera around because I'm gonna get out. I guess I need the keys though. I'm not going in the building. Hey, good morning. Where y'all at? Guess I'm gonna fill up this. Looking for the bag in my hand.
Black Buffalo. Everything you love about dip, nothing you don't. Save $7.50 per roll with loyalty.
I think I hurt my thumb yesterday. Stuff I was looking for this morning. Don't rush. I have to tell myself, don't rush. But what do? Rush. And then I start sweating.
You're only steps away from enjoying the new Buffalo Wild Wings chicken sticks from Slim Jim. Tender,
So I
juicy,
need was a little bit of gas. No, I needed full.
Mouth-watering flavor.
Don't rush. Let's get this pump out this car and get on the highway. That was $31. 31 buckaroos. I filled up twice. Have I filled up twice this week? When did I fill it up? Today, Thursday, right? When did I get gas? I feel like I got gas Tuesday night. Yeah, no, Monday night. I got gas Monday night. Today's Thursday. Yeah. And I'm gonna go back to work. All right, y'all ready to roll? Let me turn the camera around for sure. All right. Praise the Lord. We're going on the highway. I got some breakfast. I have a little bit of water. I guess I thought I was gonna go inside the service station and get something to drink, but I decided not to. But I did bring some breakfast. We're gonna be late for work. Ding, 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 ding. What's new, right? At this point, they better be glad I get there. Who's that said dash? Okay. I'm not gonna make a dash. I am. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good to make a right turn. Right on red. Ooh, the sun is out here. It's gonna be an issue. Let's turn the camera back around. Good morning, folks. Hope you're having a great day so far. Welcome to the AM Drive. Welcome to Sugar Honey Iced Tea. This is the AM Drive. I'm T. I said it backwards. Welcome to Sugar Honey Iced Tea. I'm T. And this is the AM Drive. And this is where Monday through Friday, if and when I go to work, I pick up the carpool and we head on down the highway. I have a commute of about an hour. Scratch that. It is exactly an hour and 6 minutes. So I just get in the car with all of my bags. I'm a bag lady today for sure, y'all. Who is this riding gunshot on the left side of me? And I'm gonna be late because it is now 7:18 and it takes me an hour to get there. But we got breakfast, so we won't be late and hungry. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to be late. But when you're late and you have had your breakfast, the world seems right. The world is all good. Good morning. I put on my shirt. Y'all didn't see that. I think it'll be alright. I got some wet wipes in the car. It'll be fine. I'm not mad about it. What I'm mad about is crazy people at work. Thanks for the thumbs up, by the way. Thanks for the love. These crazy people at work. Are y'all ready for the rant? Without being too specific, they're being mean. I thought it was just me. When I first started, you kind of feel like, oh, nothing is going right. I've got to get this together. I got to figure out how to do my job. I got to fit in. I got to, be at the right place at the right time. And it just seems like there's so many things coming against you. So I'm not new. I'm not the new person anymore. There's someone else who's new. And they're being mean to that person. And I cannot tolerate it. If someone is doing something wrong to me, I feel like, you know what? I'm going to put on my big girl panties. I'm going to go to work and I'll just kill them with kindness. I'll just do what I need to do because at the end of the day, my personal why is to get my check and go home and pay my bills. I don't need to be none of y'all's friends. But when it's somebody else and you feel like someone else is being the brunt of the jokes or being snubbed or pushed aside or whatever, then it kind of feels like this is not elementary school. This is not high school. What are we doing? Why are y'all playing games? That is not necessary. And I cannot stand that bullshit. I can't stand it. And I don't cuss. I'm cussing today. Because I'm still mad about it. I'm fed up with the assholes who think that if something or someone is different, they can ridicule or make them feel less than just because. Workplace bullying is not cool. In today's economy, we don't have time to be playing games. You gotta do what you need to do. I had my tank up 3 times this week. $3 a gallon. Over $3 a gallon. I don't have time to be a part of your petty clique. I don't like office politics. Every time I talk, something comes out my mouth. Excuse me. I don't like office politics. I've never liked people who are bullies. and swear up and down that they're good. They think they're good people. They think that everything is right. I was listening to a podcast yesterday, and the girl said something about people who have privilege think that equality is oppression. And I was like, man, that was so deep. I got to figure out who said that, because I want that quote on the bottom of my email signature. I'm taking it back to 1985, where we used to put quotes on the bottom, petty quotes at the bottom of our email signatures. You know? Don't be cruel. Don't be not mean to people. Be nice. Let me turn the camera around so you won't see me wasting avocado. Sorry, guacamole on my shirt. Today's breakfast, guacamole on a plain bagel with a slice of Swiss cheese. I usually use feta cheese, but I didn't have any. The feta, like the sharpness of the feta cheese really brings the avocado out. So yeah, y'all, today is a rant, a day of ranting. I know being angry sometimes is healthy. You got to get those emotions out. I am it's illegal to read chat while driving. I'm so sorry. I wouldn't read it if you didn't type. That's wild. I wasn't even looking at it until that popped up. Anyway. I'm pissed off. I'm going to work. I'm pissed off about the current status of the world. And so you think you have like a safe place. You go to work to be in peace and harmony. Yeah, it was funny. You're right. When I said it, it didn't even sound right. But you would like to go to work and have a peaceful environment. People are working together for the common good, for a common mission, a common vision. But you got people playing games, playing petty games, playing favorites. I don't like it. What do you do when people are playing games in the workplace? What do you do? Do you ignore it? Do you make notes to HR? You really, especially when, how do you impact the world in a way that makes it better when it's on such a close distance? I used to think like, oh, certain things are going on in the world. I can't do anything about it. That's too far away. That's too big. But now I'm at the point where I'm like, there's so much stuff going on in the workplace. Not so much stuff, but there's stuff going on in the workplace. And I'm trying to mind my business and do what I need to do. But y'all are really, really throwing shade at someone who is brand new to the environment. We'll just say that. Without giving too many details, the person is brand new to the environment. And the people who have been there for a while, a good long while, are really the ones who feel justified in saying that they feel justified in being justified in saying that, you know what, this person won't fit in. This person is not like us. They're not from around here. I don't even know. That's not the case. But the whole thing is they're being messy, and I don't like that. They're being like a clique. I don't know if you're from the United States. You know what a clique is? That's something that they used to do in high school, where it'd be like a tight group of friends. It could be all girls. Mostly, it was typically in high school to be like all girls, and they would get together and pretty much just be obnoxious or snotty to a target of choice. And so in high school, you think, you know what, those children are young. They have underdeveloped brains. So you would think, okay, you would expect that type of thing. They've had many movies about it. Have you ever seen the movie Mean Girls? This is exactly what happens on a regular basis. Where am I from? I'm from the United States. I'm from the U.S. I'm in Mississippi right now. But the people at work are just being mean. They're being petty. They're being messy. And I do not like it. And it's something where as a person who has a heart, I think I want to help, but also you want to keep your job and you want to stay out of it. It's just an awkward situation to be in. Like, how do you impact your environment in a positive way without jeopardizing your status, jeopardizing who you are? You really can't. So honestly, you might as well just go for the gusto. Throw the balls to the wall. I don't even know what that means. But yeah, just say this shenanigans has to stop. That's what I'm gonna do. Next time I have a meeting, I'm just gonna stand in the middle of the floor and just say, this shenanigans has got to stop, and it's gonna stop today. And everybody's gonna look at me like, who in the world are you? I don't know, y'all. The world is such a mess. And why are people bringing messiness down to a granular level? Like, can it just be them folks in the White House? Can it just be the people in governments? The people who, you know, why does it have to be individuals in the workplace? That's all I have to say. And without saying too much, the people are petty. The people are messy. They're doing things and saying things that they should not say. And it's just really sad. And I'm not a part of it. I don't want to be a part of it. And I don't want to be thought of as an advocate for BS. They're starting shit in the workplace. And I don't want to be a part of it. I am fed up with people being messy, saying things like it's high school. That's crazy. Like, being adults, it takes nothing to just be kind. It takes no money, no dollars, and no cents just to be passionate, just to have a heart for someone, and just to make everyone feel comfortable. But you don't have to do that. But you know what happens? What goes around comes around. You know what I'm saying? What you put out in the world is going to come back at you. I'm turning the camera around because the sun is like right in our face. But yeah, those messy individuals at work. Okay, I was thinking the connection was going to be off for good, but it came back to life. Very good. I guess it gave me time to settle down. Like, I'm not as angry, I'm not as upset, but that fire is still on the inside. Like, okay, you're not gonna act any kind of way around me, though. I don't want to be associated with bullies. That part. Woo! And I feel like saying it out loud helps me to be stronger in not gonna be a bully around me to somebody else. Oh, that's not cool. And I'm not gonna be I'm not really going to champion something or anybody who acts in that way. Like, it takes absolutely nothing to be kind. But yeah, thanks for stopping by my channel. I'm sorry I'm in such up, an uproaring. I don't even know what to say. I'm in such a mood that makes me want to be feisty. I'm in a feisty mood. I will say this. I'll do a good report. Today is March the 19th? Somewhere around there. Put the date in the chat for me so I'll know when I get to work. But so I had a goal of reading a book a month. But I've had that goal every year. So, what's new, right? But it's March the 19th or whatever the day is. And I am almost at the end of my second book. So I really feel like I could start my third book this weekend and get a good head start. I'm not too far behind. That's what I'm saying on this year's goal. I'm not that far behind. If I start a new book this weekend, maybe if I be strategic and read a short book, then I could still be within my goal of reading a book a month. Just sometimes books take a little bit longer. You get a little bit more busy. You don't have as much time, or you're not intentional about the time that you use. So my goal this week, let me just turn everything back into what are our goals, what are the things that are good about what we're doing. I am reading more this year. It's March, and I'm definitely reading more. I read The Price of Nice, which was or is a book that was written by a friend of my sister's, and she quoted my sister in the book, and I don't even think that the girl knew that she had her name. It was like one of the last few pages, and she was like, and to quote my friend, and she put her name in there, and then she put the quote in there. Now, do I remember the quote? Not really. I was amazed. I was shocked, and I was just like, oh my goodness, did you know? And I took a picture of it and sent it to her. And she was like, well, she did mention something about that, but I didn't realize. She didn't really know that it was going to be to that effect. Like, maybe she thought a quote meant that she just, in the words of a friend, no, she actually put the girl's name in the book. The book got published. So, and this is what I was going to do. I actually haven't done it yet, but maybe that's something I need to do today on my break. Because I was going to do like a social media post on LinkedIn, because it's like a leadership type of book. It's a pretty big deal. For me anyway. I just thought it was a really good read, and it helped. If you're looking for a really good read, it's about diversity. It has something to do with diversity in the workplace. So maybe I need to recommend it to my colleagues who are being bullies. But it's about leadership, not leadership, diversity, and navigating diversity in the workplace as a African American or a person of color. And the young lady, if I can remember the name of the girl who wrote it, I want to say Arnitria, but I don't think that's her name. So don't get me to saying something wrong. But it's definitely The Price of Nice. And it's like a green cover with like a mask. Like if you had a mask over your face, but it's just the mask on the front. And the young lady is definitely a person of color. I believe she said she was from an island and moved to the her parents, so she's first generation island American, islander. I don't know. Don't let me tell the story. Apparently, I can't remember. So the goal is to read more so I can increase or just keep my vocabulary strong, as well as my recall. Like, I feel because we're using these slick computer screens so much, my vocabulary is dwindling. Got so much on my mind that some of those, the things that I know are true, are being replaced by crap. So I'm trying to incorporate some good things, some more useful content in my day, and that's what the reading is about. So the one book was The Price of Nice. The second book was, or is, I'm still reading it, is Relationship Goals by Pastor Michael Todd. I don't know if you've heard of him or the book. So the reason why I'm reading the book, of course, personal reasons, but also because there was a movie on, I think it was Amazon Prime. Yeah, it was definitely on Amazon Prime, and it was the girl from Destiny Child, Kelly Rowland, and Busta Rhymes. Yeah, they're in the movie, and the movie is about these. It's kind of like a rom-com, but I thought it was a nice little lighthearted kiki type of thing. And it was also like really, it had sentiment and some emotion and some good vibes, some good morals. And it was based on a book, and I was like, well, there's my second book for the year. So after I watched the movie, the next day I immediately go to the bookstore, get the book, and I'm really enjoying it. So I told my sister, who was the person who was quoted in the first book of the year, I was like, I'm reading this book, Relationship Goals, and she was like, that book, and she kind of wanted to say, I don't know about that because of who wrote the book. Now, no matter how you feel the credit or the credibility of the person who wrote the book, it's still a piece of it's a work of art or a work of someone's hard work and research and some type of divine inspiration. So don't discredit the product of someone. Maybe you don't agree with them completely based on some things in the media, based on what you think about Michael Todd. But that's just me. I give everything, what is it? I give benefit of the doubt, like a mug. Maybe that's me to a fault, but benefit of the doubt. So I'm reading the book. I've got maybe 10 pages to go. I read it just like every day at lunchtime. I'll take a book with me, or I'll read it at the table when I'm eating, or at the table when I'm eating. I don't ever read it like anywhere else. When I'm at home, I think I started it at home, but I definitely have decided this is a lunchtime type of book. But because so the outside of the book is relationship goals, tips on, or it's really kind of like a discussion about singleness and dating and sex. But I'm kind of shy and I don't want people to know I'm my business. So I covered the book in wrapping paper. I got this really cool wrapping paper for Christmas. And, okay, I'm near my exit now. I got this really cool wrapping paper for Christmas. So I decided, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something cool and hip. And so I got the wrapping paper and I covered the outside of the book so I could take it to work, and people don't know exactly what you're reading. And honestly, when I did it, I thought, oh, this is kind of neat. When we were in elementary school, we used to wrap our, like, at one point, that was very early in the game, we wrapped our textbooks 1 year with this brown paper. And then, of course, the parents were like, yeah, we used to use grocery sack paper to wrap our books. Or we used to use notebook paper. The grandparents were like, we used to use newspaper to wrap our books. Well, we only wrapped our books with these book covers maybe 2 semesters. I can't remember that we did it for a very long time before the books really weren't regarded that heavily. And then eventually, now as y'all know, the books have gone away completely. I don't know that they even use a physical book in schools anymore. I mean, it is what it is. There's somebody in front of me now that is, they're from Shelby County. It look like they're headed the way I'm headed. We're all driving. That's another thing to be irate about. I'm irate today. Whenever I think about how many times I had to gas up this car, but I'm thankful. Maybe I didn't have my vitamins today because I'm thankful. And usually when I have my vitamin, I am in a much more pleasant state. So I'm definitely gonna make sure I take the vitamins when I get home this afternoon. The vitamin. It's a liquid vitamin, so hopefully it won't keep me awake. Because I usually drink the little cup of vitamins in the morning. But yeah, you guys, I guess the moral of the story is keep up with your goals, your quarter 1 goals. We're still in quarter 1. What is quarter 1? January, February, March, April. So we got 1 more month in quarter 1. I'm still on target to make one of my goals, which is read a book a month. And if I get another book this weekend. But here's the thing, I had to be inspired or have to hear of a book. And that is kind of like that book presents itself to me. Or, it's not necessarily, I just go and choose a book at the bookstore. I go to the library and just choose a book. No, I have to hear about a book and then I'm like, oh, that's the next book. It's presented itself to me. So if y'all know of any good books that would be interesting, put them in the comments. What's the last book you read? Was it about relationships? Was it about... I'm more of a self-help type of book person. So if it's... the traffic is wilding. I like to read books that open in my, who I am. I haven't read a storybook in a long time, and I did say that I was going to at least try to do something that's more of a whimsical story type of book. I never read the Harry Potter books. Maybe I should start on them, but I feel like I'm kind of behind at this point. And yeah, we're in the forest. We're in the part of the community that's a little bit sketchy as far as the communication and the Wi-Fi and the internet. So I'm going to drop y'all off for the commute. Thanks again for bopping along with me, riding with me. If you haven't already, hit the thumbs up because I appreciate that. If you want to catch up with me or ride on the carpool again tomorrow, make sure you subscribe so you get the notification. Hit the subscribe and the notification bell. All of that stuff. You know how to do it. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Bye.